Hello, hello, hello. Sir David the Bard. My electronics are falling. God, there's a Danite hiding behind the table there. Sir David the Bard, I'm coming to you from the local company that has our alarm system. Peak, P-E-E-K, alarm company in the Salt Lake City house that we have down here in Kangaroo City. We just have two kangaroos with a hose in their hand and one over at the spigot. If I need it, I just yell, "Kangaroo fire," and they turn that shit on. Anyway, let me tell you what happened to the Bard. You know, I've got video cameras all through my house, and if you don't like that, don't live here. I'm sitting here, and I happen to be looking at all three video cameras going, and they flash all through the house. And I look out in the kitchen on the infrared camera, and I see this kind of like dust, kind of like a fog dust. And then I look over on the Axis camera, which isn't worth a shit. It's the most beautiful picture. Damn camera doesn't work most of the time. And I see smoke. Well, maybe the Filipino girl is cooking. So I'm sitting here, and then suddenly I hear this, meh, 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 and I go, God dang, is that my hearing aid, which I don't have? I better get up and take a look. God, I walk down the hall and look in the kitchen. It's aflame! The whole part of the kitchen. Big fire! Big fire! Jesus! The Danites have thrown a Molotov cocktail through my damn window. Now, I have a fire extinguisher that is 10 years old. It hasn't been charged in 10 years. And I said to myself, Jesus, if you're with me, let this fire extinguisher go off. If you don't exist, burn my ass. So anyway, the atheist, I grabbed the damn fire extinguisher. Mercy's sitting out on the patio, having her pina colada. No, I shouldn't say that. My wife doesn't drink. She's a returned missionary. And I'm yelling through soundproof doors, "Mercy! Mercy! Fire!" Well, she gets up thinking, I don't know what she's thinking, but she comes in and she goes, "Holy shit! The towels on the front of the electric stove are all aflame. They're all on fire, burning the shit out of the stove and whatever." So as I dropped to my knees and I threw consecrated oil on that whole fire extinguisher, I pulled the button, and son of a bitch, it went off. Put that fire right out. And I says, "Jesus, I believe in you now again." As soon as the fire was out, I said, "That was just pure luck, Jesus. I don't believe in you again." So I called the fire department. I've learned this shit. Okay? When you're not doing anything wrong, I mean, if it was a meth fire, I wouldn't have called the fire department. But it was a simple fire, and I didn't want my neighbors thinking I was old and stupid. They already think that. The old man set the house on fire. So the fire department came up, looked at it, said, "There's not much damage." I said, "Gee, I'm sorry you're disappointed." "I'm not." They laughed and said, "You know, it's an innocent fire. Innocent fire." Just an average day in the day of the Bard. So Mercy was out there like 3 hours cleaning up the ABC fire extinguisher, and we've got to go buy a new one. So anyway, I just thought, the Spirit of God, like a fire, is burning. I don't know. I shouldn't have sang that song because it was a fire a-burning. I had one other fire in my whole life. It was a chimney fire in Massachusetts. And man, when that chimney caught fire, it started sucking the kids towards the chimney. And it sounded like a jet engine inside my house. Now, here's my point, okay? I pay money every damn month to Peak Alarm. And we have glass breakage, so if somebody, a Danite, is trying to break glass and come in and stab me. At least Peak Alarm knows when it happened. They ain't gonna do shit. I guess they call the police. And we have an alarm system on every window and every door. And when one opens, it says, "Caution, Danites may be present." I had them change that message. Well, we have the house with a smoke detector in it. Now, when you're a layman and an alarm company says to me, you know, you really should be monitored for a fire in case you're on vacation or something, and we do take more vacations, and I thought, well, that's pretty reasonable, so I thought we were covered. The alarm never went off. My $10 Walmart alarm went off and said, "There's a fire. The big boy upstairs don't know shit." So I get everything put out, and thank God for Walmart, and thank God I changed my batteries, and thank God that damn fire extinguisher still worked. If it didn't work, I would have just thrown the extinguisher at the fire. I don't know what I would have done. I do have a backup system, but I didn't want to get it out. Anyway, I call Peak Alarm. I said, "Listen, I was just in my kitchen with a fire extinguisher putting out open flames. 3 and 4 foot open flames. We had a fire. Do you know anything about that?" He said, "Well, let me look up your name." I said, "Sir David the Bard." He said, "Well, yeah, Mr. Bard, we have detection over there at your house, but the detector didn't tell us anything." I said, "Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. When you have cathedral ceilings, and you have air conditioners, ceiling fans, and floor fans moving the air all the time, you need more than one fire detector in the hall on the 2nd floor. You get your asses over here and get 3 more alarms in my house." Now, they don't know it, but I ain't paying for those alarms. I ain't paying. There is not a jury in the world that would hear this story and think I don't have a right to break that contract. That's a material breach of the contract. The whole bottom part of the house has to burn to the ground before Peak Alarm gets a fire detection on it? No way. So they said, "All right, we'll be out, and we'll put 3 more alarms in." This time, the Bard is going to tell them where to put the damn alarms. One is right in the kitchen by the stove. I know you're all going to say, "Oh, there'll be many false alarms." So what? So what? That's the problem of the monitoring company. That ain't my problem. My problem is when the kitchen's on fire and they don't know a damn thing about it. So put that son of a bitch right over my Filipino wife's cooking. Goes off 9 times a day. I pay for that. Put the other one in the maintenance room. Furnaces, dryers, shit like that catch on fire. Put one in there. And then put one at the top of the ceiling in the one bedroom upstairs that has a kitchenette in it. So anyway, Peak Alarm, P-E-E-K. The alarm system seems to work okay, but the fire detection was put up by a monkey. A monkey put that in the hall that has a cathedral ceiling. I almost didn't have health in the navel, marrow in the bone, strength in the loins, saying, "Power in the priesthood be upon me and upon my posterity, through all generations of time and throughout all eternity." The Bard is still alive. The Danites can throw another Molotov cocktail, but this time, I'm going to guarantee you, Peak Alarm is going to know the house is on fire.